A'udhu billahi minan shaitanir rajim. Bismillahi rahmanir rahim. My sisters and brothers, I greet you with the greeting words of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. The theme or the subject I am about to unfold is marriage, which is supposed to be the cornerstone of Zongo society, has become a battlefield due to inability of our imams. Many of you wonder why I always mention our imams, sheikh, and doctor for the failure of our Zongo society. It is because our imam, sheikh, and doctor arrogated to themselves the moral fiber of Zongo society. They represent the mind and the psyche of our people. Our imams, sheikh, and doctor are like army commanders. As soon as they issue orders, the gullible people or the masses obey them without questioning. As Fela rightly described them, zombie. In Zongo, the high rate of divorce is exponential and alarming. There are children roaming on the street of Zongo without future perspective because their parents are divorced and nobody is taking care of them. While these children are great assets to Zongo society and also our future leaders. There are also single mothers roaming on the street of Zongo because of divorce. And these divorce are mostly carried out by our imams who have no an iota of qualification in the field of marriage and divorce. Because memorizing Quran and able to translate it does not qualify someone to handle divorce and marriage cases. Even a mad person can memorize Quran. Unfortunately, the divorced children have become a target for all social vices in Zongo, be it dealers of drugs, of users of drugs. Some of them also engage in criminal activities, doing 419, sakawa, prostitution, and so forth. This has to do with inability of our imams or our opinion leaders to find a way to resolve this canker which is permeating in our society insidiously. So Allah said in the Quran al-Karim, Qurani 4 verse 24. A'udhu billahi minan shaitanir rajim. Bismillahi rahmanin rahim. Wal muhsinatin minan nisai illa ma malakat aymanukum kitaballahu alaykum wa uhilla lakum ma wara'a dhalikum an tabtagu bi amwalikum muhsininan gairan musafihina fama astamtum bihi minhunna fatuhunna ujurahunna faridatan inna allaha kana aliman haliman. It translates also forbidding a married woman except female captive in your possession. This is Allah's commandment to you. So Allah is telling you, you are not able to marry a married woman, accept captive, accept your slave. And this is a commandment of Allah to you. But it goes, lawful to you are all beyond this as long as you seek them in your wealth in legal marriage, not in fornication. Give those you have commensurate marriage with them due dowries. So Allah is telling you, if you are going to marry, you have to give a dowries to the lady you are going to marry. Allah said, there is no wrong to have a mutual agreement. So Allah said it is permissible, it is allowed to have a mutual agreement regarding the dowry. Surely Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. In this case, Allah is telling you, if you are going to marry a woman, you have to pay her a dowry. And the dowry, you could negotiate about the dowry. The woman could ask you, she wants $20 million as her dowry. If you are able to pay the woman, then you can get married to her. Or a woman can ask you, I want you to build me 2 houses as a dowry. This is her demand. If you are able to meet her demand, and then you can get married. If you are not able to meet her demand, you can make an agreement. As soon as you are able to meet her demand, you have to fulfill this dowry. This what is supposed to be according to Quran, but we are not doing it. Even most of our women who get married, they don't know they are men. And even if they know they are men, they don't negotiate about their dowry, because the men pay the dowry as they like, and that is not the way Quran asks us to do. And our imams know it too, but they don't apply what Quran asks them to do. So I go further. Quran 4 verse 20. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإن أردتم استبدال زوج مكان زوج وأتيتم إحداهن كنتارا فلا تأخذوا منه شيئا أن تأخذونه بهتانا وإثما مبينا. It translates, if you desire to replace a wife with another, you have to give that wife. If you have given that wife even a stack of gold as a dowry, do not take any of it back. Will you still take it unjust and very sinful? So Allah is telling us, if you are going to marry a new wife and you are going to divorce the former one, if you give the former one even a gold full of house, you don't have to take it back again. So this is what Allah is telling us. So a dowry can also be a full of house, a gold full of house. It is up to the woman to ask you what kind of dowry she wants from you as a man, and you too, you have to fulfill it if you can fulfill it. So I go further. Quran 4 verse 21. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. This is ayah 4 in Quran 4 verse 21. وكيف تأخذونه وقد أفدى بعضكم إلى بعض وأخذنا منكم ميثاقا غليظا. Allah is asking you, and how could you take it back after having enjoyed each other intimately, and she has taken from you a firm commitment? That means if you are going to marry, you have to make a commitment between woman and a man, so that if you make a commitment, you have to stick to this commitment. I'm going further. This is Quran 4 verse 12. A'udhu billahi minan shaitanir rajim. Bismillahi rahmanir rahim. Well, this is about inheritance. Inheritance which between man and a woman. ولكم نصف ما ترك أزواجكم إن لم يكن لهن ولد فإن كان لهن ولد فلكم ربع مما تركنا من بعد وصية يوصينا بها أو دين ولهن ربع مما تركتم إن يكن لكم ولد فإن كان لكم ثمن مما تركتم من بعد وصية توصون بها أو دين وإن كان رجل يورث كلالة أو امرأة وله أخ أو أخت فلكل واحد منهما السدس فإن كانوا أكثر من ذلك فهم شركاء في الثلث من بعد وصية يوصى بها أو دين غير مدار وصية من الله والله عليم حليم. Allah is telling us, you inherit half of what your wife leave if there are children, if you are childless. But if they have children, then your share is 1/4 of this estate after fulfillment of bequest debt, and your wife will inherit 1/4 of what you leave if you are childless. But if you have children, then your wife will receive 1/8 of your estate after the fulfillment of bequest and debts. And if a man or a woman leaves neither parent nor child, but only a brother or a sister from the mother side, they will each inherit 1/6. But if they are more than one, they will all share 1/3 of the estate after fulfillment of bequest and debts without harm to the highest. This is a commandment from Allah, and Allah is all-knowing, most forbearing. So in conclusion, a man inherits 50%, so half of his wife's property, if they are childless, according to Quran, according to Allah. Wife will inherit 1/4 of his husband's property if they are childless. If they have children, man will inherit 1/4, and that is 25% of his wife's property. And if they have children, women will inherit 1/8, and that is 12.5% of their property. So men earn more than women according to this ayah. So promoting medicurity through educational school system that does not teach you to think but obey is tantamount to slavery. Because education system in general and theological system in particular is designed to control than to empower. For instance, Islam as a religion is designed to control than to empower. And whoever control what you learn, control also your mind and what you think. That is why One of African philosophers said the following: let me play with white man's way, let me play with black man's mind. White people have set of laws and regulation. If you obey these laws and regulation, you will get what you are asking for. And this is their way. When white people set their foot on the shore of Africa, they wanted to convert the Africans into Christianity by virtue of moral ethics and humanity. The Belgian king told the white people, Africans have higher moral, ethics, and humanity standard than white people. So he told them they could not subdue Africa on these grounds. And what they should do is to play with Africans' mind by virtue of spirit. Because Africa believes in what they cannot see and understand. That is why they told the Africans to close their eyes and look in the sky and pray for God. Before Africans opened their eyes, the white people looted all their goals. And that is why both Christianity and Islam tell Africans to work hard and suffer on this earth so that they will go to paradise. I do not know whether there are two type of paradise, one for white Arabs and one for black people. Because as a black man or a woman, you can never marry someone from Saudi Arabia. If marrying someone from Saudi Arabia as a black man or woman, if you cannot marry from them, how are you going to live with them in paradise? As a black man or woman, we have to be intellectually independent so that we can think for ourselves. We need nobody to think for us, be it religious, politics, economics, social, psychological, cultural, and so forth. According to Quran, men have to inherit more than women. The wisdom behind this is because men are considered to be the head of the family and they have huge responsibilities on their shoulder. Even before Islam, this is how it was arranged in all society. But nowadays, the reverse is the case. There are a lot of women taking care of men. Most women are nowadays the breadwinners of the family. So, my brothers and sisters, are we not going to look properly at this arrangement on this ground and level? Women have become nowadays men, and men have become women. Even there are women who marry men, pay men dowry, shelter men, feed them, take care of the children, and take care of the parents of the men. Are these laws in Quran also meant for them? Most of the imams are under the care of their women. In this case, they disobey these laws. That's why our imam should look properly at the sharing of the property and the marriage. According to Quran, it is allowed to marry up to 4 women if you are able to take care of them equally and justly without discrimination. We know that this is impossible. Those who want to justify their sexual desire, they would like to refer to our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that he married up to 11 women. But the marriage of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was done purposely to establish and fulfill Islam. If God has wanted us to marry multiple wives, he will have given Adam many wives by removing many ribs of Adam to create many Hawa or Eve for him. But as soon as we start to multiply, there are many women than men. If a man is capable of taking care of them equally and treat them equally with love and justice, it is permissible. In Zongo, there are a lot of problems between men and women. Nowadays, both men and women are marrying wrong partners. When this didn't work out, we tend to blame Allah instead of to blame our childish, immature, and ignorant calculation and decision. And this is a bullshit and blatant lies. Because Allah gives you mind and wisdom to know the type of partner you have to marry. If you fail, do not blame Allah the Almighty, but blame your stupidity. A partner you should marry is not the one who is rich, not the one who is handsome or beautiful, or not the one who can bear you children, but you should marry the one who respects you, respect your values, take you as you are, and is ready to help you in all struggle and undertaking without asking for any favor in return. Because even billionaires divorce from their partners. If you find this kind of partners, you will live happily. Our brothers and sisters who live in abroad experience also high rate of divorce. I blame my sisters and brothers who bring their partners from Africa to Europe, to America, or elsewhere. Because if you bring your partner from Africa, she or he is definitely going to leave you. Because he or she came to Europe, America, because of good life and not because of marriage. It is very important to have marriage and divorce counseling in our Zongos. If a couple wanted to get married, they should be counseled by professional people 6 months period to their marriage. When they are compatible, they will know before venturing into marriage. To achieve this, we have to work with people who are abreast with modern development, not these imams who get stuck in archaic modus operandi. We need professionals who have know-how in the field of marriage and divorce and not imams. Because most of our imams do not have the mind of their own. They are representing the mind of white Arabs. Saudi Arabia thinks he can play with the mind of every Muslim in Africa. When they approach the Lion of Africa, Ibrahim Traore, to build him 200 mosques, he rejected the offer. He told them what Burkina Faso needs, but they did not attend to him again. Because what Burkina Faso needs is not what Saudi Arabia needs. And what Saudi Arabia needs is not what Burkina Faso needs. Not knowing they have discovered 50 billions of crude oil in Burkina Faso compared to that of Saudi Arabia and Qatar. They have also discovered a mountain of gold in Burkina Faso. This is how Allah rewards an upright man. Beneath the soil of Africa, there are a lot of treasures. There is no single country in Africa which is poor. God will only reveal to independent minds and calibers like Ibrahim Traore. In Africa, we do not need good people, rather wise people. Because good people are religious and that makes them hypocrite. In Africa, we do not need also believers, but those who speak the truth without fear or favor. In Africa, we do not need those who serve the authority, but those who challenge the authority. In Africa, we do not need those who follow the crowd, but we need independent mind like Ibrahim Traore. Thank you.